What's up, guys? I got another video here. Today we're going to be unboxing our new plasma table with Logan here.
Hey, this is a plasma table. It's a CROSSFIRE XR. It's a 4x8 table.
From LANGMUIR Systems out of Texas. We're going to be unboxing it, putting it together, show you what all comes in it, and go from there. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 1 or 2 part video, maybe unboxing and then putting together, maybe running it. We're still waiting on the actual plasma cutter itself. But this is box number 1, and then we got box number 2 over there. Those are just some of the bigger pieces, but these are the 2 crates that they come in, so let's get right to it. All right, here's everything in it. First view, it seems like it's packaged pretty well. It's on a crate. You do have to use like a forklift or a skid loader or something to unload it from the truck. Ours came via ABF freight out of Ohio here, so yeah, we'll start taking some stuff out and show you what's all in here. Just a little overview of what y'all get. This is in that one skinny crate. Pretty heavy stuff right there. We got the crossbars for the actual table, the pans. We got the touch screen right here. We have some miscellaneous parts. Everything's labeled pretty well. Electronics. We got XYZ access carriage assembly. We got more hardware. Gantry upright assemblies. Some more crossbars and stuff, the cable chains. We got the miscellaneous steel brackets, controller, computer, and ATHC components. And then we got the big legs for the table. And that's about everything you see that comes in both packages. Logan's pulling up the old instruction video right now, so make sure we put it together right. What do you think? Think it'll be pretty easy or hard?
I think we're fucked.
Logan's assembling the legs, the adjustable feet. Finally getting started here, getting organized on all these parts. They're labeled pretty well. We got the website pulled up, walking you through everything and what is what. So yeah. A little update. It's starting to look like a table. We're gonna get the bottom sections put on, bottom supports. We got these big C-channel pieces put on. The adjustable legs. It's looking pretty cool. It actually looks like something now. Looks like a foosball table is what Carter said. CROSSFIRE, LANGMUIR Systems. 4x8. Hello, Marvin. All right, got the whole base assembled. Logan's checking level right now. We got these holes lined up. Got to make sure they're not overlapping. Logan's checking the legs right now, making sure they're all equal. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, Logan's opening up the XY axis carriage assembly, right?
Yes, sir.
Good old packing peanuts, make a mess. Everything is packaged very well in this kit. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Logan's gonna get that opened up, and we're moving on to the next step after we got the table all squared up. Everything's 90 degrees and level, so what do you think, Carter?
I'm excited.
Drink tasting good or what?
Absolutely.
All right, we got these hung. They're just sitting there. Easiest ways to keep it on the table. Here's the actual unit. Next up, we're gonna tighten them up. Get them secured properly. Getting a little further. All right, Logan is getting these wired in. They're the little position sensors. One right there, 2 little screws. We got one right here on this bottom gantry, just like that. And then vice versa on the other side. Show you that one real quick. Just like that. Let me see if I can get a better view. 2 little screws, plug and play for the most part. Logan's getting that one finished up. Looking a little better, each step by step. Logan, slide that off. Now we're going to be putting the tubes on the side. This is what the gantry system rides on. The instructions are a little unclear on the website, but we're going to go put these on and then move on to our measurements on the gantry. So we're going to do that real quick and get back. Alright, so we got this tube on. We just got it on there loosely. We're going to have to slide this back and get the roller measurements all correct. But that's just slightly mocked up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then hopefully we'll get these gantry set up on the tubes. Logan's working on putting them threads on there, and we'll get it on. All right, gantry is up on there. We did some measurements, got the wheels looking a little better on there. They're centered, as you can see, down the line on that guy. It's sitting a little better. It's hard to see, but we're just going along. Next is we're doing these supports, which just comes with bolts for those holes right there and down there. So you bolt them in, and then you actually use self-tappers to get it to that beam. So that's what we're gonna do next. It's looking pretty good. Everything's pretty good quality on this unit here. Everything's rolling nice and smooth. So we got Logan over there trying to decipher the codes on the bags.
You can't even read these things.
That's the only problem we ran into is the bags. Sometimes the lettering wears off on them a little bit, but they're pretty well labeled.
Zoom in so they...
Yeah, that's a little hard to read, I'd say. Not necessarily their fault, but just how the packaging goes, you know, bouncing around and everything. But on to the next step. We got Logan and Carter squaring off this. Cut a little piece of, what measurement was that, Logan?
1.25 inch.
1.25 tubing. Use it as a little template. Make it all nice and square and perfect. Makes it flow just a little bit easier. Tightening everything up, getting it that perfect dimension. All right, guys, we got these back brackets set up, and we just bumped them on there with a mallet. Got them flush. No bolts in here yet, and the cinch bolt is not on, but that's what they look like. These plates are basically just extended because these stick out. And then it's basically the same thing but flat on this side. Bumped them on with a mallet. No bolts in them yet. No cinch bolts. So that's what those look like. That'll keep the machine from rolling off the table and everything. So Logan's working on the next step. Trying to read stuff. We are highly intoxicated and trying to figure this out. All right, we laid these on top. We're gonna go ahead and caulk them and call it a night so we can let the caulk dry. Tighten up all the bolts. There's about 45 of them, and then we'll move on from there. But this is what those cinch bolts look like in there. Just little guys. Everything tightened up. This is rolling back. We're gonna keep it over here out of the way while we work on the water table here. So Logan's laying down some beads on there. Got plenty on there. We're running it through, and then we're gonna heat it up, let it tack up a little bit. Just put it together and do the same thing. Run a bead across the top when it's conjoined, and just put as much on there as we can. We're about out of the caulk, so. Little update, we're conjoining the tables or the trays here. We're using their supplied caulk and the tube. It's some marine caulk, and then I have a heat gun, and we're running as much caulk as we can on it. As you can see, it looks terrible. And then we're throwing bolts in it, and we're just getting them snug. It sets up pretty fast. We'll run the heat gun across it, let it tack up pretty good. Just get them snug. I mean, you can see how we don't have that much of the bolt showing. And we're gonna let it tack up and then let it dry for the most part. Tomorrow, come back tomorrow and snug them the rest of the way, and then throw a bead on the bottom, because all everybody does is have problems leaking right off the bat, and you have to tear it apart. So we're trying to prevent that, trying to cook it as much as possible. We're gonna try and use the whole damn tube on all three of these joints here, and then we're gonna do this last one, get it together, keep them just snug, let them dry up, and then tomorrow we'll tighten them and crank them up. But I think that's the move, is use as much as possible, because this stuff will all be underwater. It'll be murky, dirty water. You're not going to really notice it, and it's not going to be a big deal. So it looks terrible, but it's worth it in the long run instead of having it leaking right away tomorrow, you know. So we're going to finish this one up and try her out. Got everything buttoned up, threw the slats in. They just lay in there. Pretty simple. Looking more like a table. Next thing we've done here is we mounted the actual plasma cutter mount here. You just a little hand screw, you can go up and down with it. Pretty simple. Other than that, we're having some issues adjusting the bearings and fitment on this guy. As you can see, it's got a bind to it, and then this side fits really well. See those bolts clearing this arm right here? Bolts clear good. But on this side, the instructions didn't really specify how to mount it, and you can see that bolt hits right there. So we might just loosen them and slide them over. Maybe we'll just slide it over and see if that'll work. If not, we'll just reverse the bracket, but the instructions don't really say so. So Logan's got that loosened up. He's gonna see if he can sneak it over, so we'll try that out. All right, so next day we got the bolts tightened up a little bit, threw all the self-tappers in. We're just doing some more caulking. Paul's got his caulk in his hand. Throw a little bead of caulk down, then the self-tapper, and then we're going over them again. And Logan's fingering them. Just like that. Pretty silly design. We were talking, we think they should make tabs and bolt them, mount the table to the side, and then have an option to weld this and make them all one piece so you don't have to deal with water leaks. But that's just our thoughts on it, instead of having how many self-tappers all the way around it. So yeah, we're gonna let this settle up and move on to, I think the next steps is finishing the gantry and doing some electrical. We do have to put both plugs in, which I don't know why they have a plug on only this one and the far one, because how do you drain the middle? Alright, we're having some technical difficulties here. What happened?
You threaded this. Get your hand out. You threaded this off, and all these came out. So we're trying our best to get them back in.
It's only been 3 hours. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, very easy.
Do not thread that off, boys. Comes with a little felt washer and some other things. Just put them on each side. Don't try to take it off. Right, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Update, guys. It took, how many hours did it take?
Like 3.5.
3.5, 4 hours to get it back on. We're missing a couple balls, but it's literally smoother than the other side, so we're gonna run it. This time we put the felt washers on. Paul and Logan got scolded for taking it off, so we're gonna slide it in the gantry motor here and get this assembled and put all that together right here. These cool little hooks are pretty nice for hanging it on here. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some speed running to make up lost time here now. All right, we got the Gantry track all ran, tightened. We're gonna finish it up tomorrow, tweaking all the measurements, making sure everything's happy. There's a lot of measurements you gotta do, making sure everything's square and happy and the rollers are riding good. We slapped one of the cable chain trays on. It's 2 of them and 9 nuts, 9 bolts. Slap it on, and now we're gonna do the upright piece that bolts on the back to right here. All right, guys, so that's mainly the whole video there, just some assembly and some issues we ran into. This will be the end of it. I'll have some more videos going over some of the problems and resolutions we've had. Maybe a video combined with that on getting the monitor hooked up and the computer and everything and the actual plas. I'll show you the actual plasma cutter itself and how we hooked everything up. And I'll just have a little update video on how it's running, how it's doing, some little tip tricks and stuff, and any issues we've had since then. So hopefully this video helped you get an idea of what you're getting into and how to put it together. Definitely use those online instructions. Those helped us out a lot. And you're gonna have to problem solve a little bit yourself on a few things, but it's pretty straightforward. So I hope that helped out, and I will be definitely posting a couple more videos on it and a couple videos on cutting things we're cutting out and making money and doing stuff with it. We make a lot of signs, a lot of semi-truck parts and whatnot. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them all in the comments. Any videos you would like to see, or just any information on the plas table itself, I will try to help you out best I can. So yeah, please like and subscribe. That'll help us out a lot. I'm trying to grow the channel. We've got a couple different categories of things I'm doing on here. So yeah, give us a like and a give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, whatever. Talk smack in the comments. We'll throw down, So thank you, man. Thanks for watching this far if you made it. See you later.